Alright, how's it going, guys? We're back for some more Exotic Industries. And I was planning on setting up another ladder here for our advanced circuits to come in on. And then I started looking at this, and this is getting just a bit ridiculous. So I want to take this episode to try something. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I think it's worth giving it a shot. And what I'm thinking is that we have a single train stop. It's not going to be a single train stop. I guess I said that wrong. A single area of train stops. And I'm not sure that I'm going to want to go back through and tear out this whole area. Or maybe just, start doing this here from now on. But we're going to try it. So the idea here is we're going to have our regular line here coming up as you do. And then we're still going to have this ladder sort of area, but a little different. So what I'm thinking is it's going to be like this, like we had before, except we're going to have this is really a work in my head. Okay, we're going to have this. We're going to have a train stop here. And the idea is basically that these are going to be up here. Or, maybe not up here, maybe off to the side or something. But there'll be an area like this. And each one of these will be for a different item. And this train stop will not be named for an item, but for an area. So this is going to be the assembly area. And we're going to have multiple of these coming in, kind of like this, is the idea. And they're going to be all named the same. And the only thing we have to do is make sure that we have room to unload these. Like that. And if we do unloaders like we've been doing before, we can do that, this, and then we have the box, and then we have the other two over here. So this is the most room we need right there. So we could get, now granted, we could do this with the old system as well. We could tighten them up a little bit. But the idea behind this one is that all of the trains will come into the same area and drop off into whatever box that they are at. So this one will not matter, and the train will instantly leave. But what will matter is that this will be coming up here, or like I said, over here, whatever. And then it will split off. We'll have like an organizing system here. So it'll be kind of like this. And this may make for a huge mess and fail horribly. But like this would be set for, let's see. So we would put like green circuits on this one. We'd put red circuits on this one. We could put engines on this one. And we could put electric ones on that one. And then each one of these would then lead to their corresponding box. So like that. Something like that. But then the way we would do this, rather than having all the trains sitting here, all the trains would be sitting at their destination, at their pickup. Because what we would do is then have one of these, and we'd have to have like one of these like this. I know there's a way to, yeah, there we go. It's shift and click, and that takes the power off if we don't want it. And then we can connect this like this. And we connect each one of these up to each one of these boxes. Like that. And then that would tell us, like if I throw that in there, this in here, those in there, that in there. When I hover over this, it's going to show me how many is in each one of those boxes. So then I should be able to run this line to a train station, telling the train not to move, is what I'm thinking. So if I do, and I may be completely wrong about this, because I was wrong about this last time I did something like this. So like I'm saying, this might be completely impossible. But if I put this here, and this down here, and then we connect the red wire from here to here and then to here. And if I'm going to send this up and around here, and then back down to here, which can then go this way to get to this area. If I put a train here, send a train, we put a train here with a cargo thing that it doesn't need. We'll set, that's the fluid one again. that. I'm going to limit this down to a stack, and we're going to put a full stack in there. So now if we say assembly area, full cargo, and circuit condition. And we're going to say copper is less than 1,000. And currently it should be getting that copper ingots are only at 56. So it should send to that area if it's got full cargo and that is less than there. And then this would be back to whatever the hell the name, this is Chris, what the hell ever. That one. So if we go here, automatic, we give it a thing of fuel, it's going to take off and it's going to go there. Now see, that is a problem. Or no, that's not a problem. That's what it should have done. Okay. So it did do what it was supposed to do. It left because it had a full inventory and copper was less than 50 or less than 100. Okay. So now if we set this up again and we go assembly area, full cargo, circuit condition, and we say copper ingots is less than, and we're going to say 40 because we know there's 56 in there. And then again, we'll just set it there. And we'll give it one more fuel, which this is wasting my fuel, but we put this here. We limit that down. We give it a full stack. And now that train, if we do this, why are you leaving? Oh, it's set to or. It needs to be set to and. Condition has to be true for both. Okay, you come back around here for just a minute. Give me a second. I'm going to make this. I don't want to waste the fuel again. I want to see if I can get this to go back. There we go. Alright, so that should be able to go back. We'll set that. Something is messing with me. So now we'll have an empty cargo. Which you are empty. So why are you not leaving? You're here. Who's attacking what? You're attacking over there. Alright, hold on a minute. I'll be right back. I really hate it when I walk all the way over here because it's telling me that things are getting destroyed. And I can see that they're destroyed, but there's nothing here. There's nothing dead. Because I have seen, I don't know if it's a normal Factorio thing, where they eat too much concrete and die. But I swear I've seen it where they just died from eating the wall. But I also don't see them, like, nesting up in here anywhere that they have come through. Like, did he just get bored and take off? It's like, okay, I've had my fill of a couple pieces of this guy's wall. I'm just gonna mosey on my way now. Last time this happened, I walked through this whole area all the way down through here looking for random nests, and there were none, so I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'll walk my butt back over and we'll finish my testing here. Okay, I'm back. And I was thinking about something on my way back over here. And that is, I think I'm having the same fundamental issue I had before with doing this. In that I'm trying to use the trains backwards. Because it picks up and leaves when at full cargo. Okay, why is this one not leaving? It's supposed to go back to here when it's empty, but it's not doing so. And there's nothing here telling it that it can't. It literally should be going, and it's not saying there's no route. So why is it not going back? Now, if I take this out of here, see, it's still set that it's here. Why is it not jumping to the other one? And I believe that's because it's not supposed to leave here until this condition is met. So if I take these out, now it's going to go around and it's going to go here. And it's just going to do this endlessly now because I didn't set a condition on either end. So we're going to set this for full cargo. So this is when it's allowed to leave here. So we're going to put full cargo and then circuit condition copper is less than 100. And we want and we want this empty cargo. So right now it's got that condition. We give it that, it's gonna go. It's now out of fuel because it decided it had to take 100 trips around. Okay, it's in, it's emptying. Now it's gonna go back. And now it's going to sit there and wait because the condition is not met of having full cargo. But the condition for this is. So then I could have multiple of these set up, telling each one of them that they can have a train limit of 1. And I'm not sure this is right either. But it's what we're going to try. So we have that for a train condition of 1. And then we have multiple trains trying to come in. Only 3 of them would be set out at one time. We would still need the same amount of trains. We would still have to have 1 train per place that needs to drop off. Unless, can we do... No, we can't. I was going to say, could we set it up for multiple places? But no, we can't do that. And they're back. Hold on. Okay, anyways, where was I? So we'd still have to have multiple trains. But it would basically make it different to where instead of having one pickup area over here, we would have one pickup area for each destination. Unless I can work out... maybe. If we take it out of rotation, like if I set up, let's see here. Let's come over here a little bit. If I set up, we're just going to do this. We're going to have these three destinations. And we're just going to name these easily A, B, and C. And then we use our thing here that we had before. We'll drag this over here. And then we can put this here and this here. Connect from this one to this one to this one to there, and then from there to there, and from there to there. Now all of these can read those same conditions that we have all the way up there. So if we tell this to enable disable instead of send a train, and we set this to that same copper less than 100. And now what's the other ones we have? Plates at 30. Okay. We set this to iron plates. And we're going to say less than 20. And then we're going to set this one to these, which are, where the hell are they? Aren't they under? Yeah, there they are. This one will set to less than 50, we'll say. Now, if we look up here at the map, these two are disabled. That one's not. Okay. So if we set this, if I could hit the right thing, bring this out here. Okay, that gives it 3 options to go to. So now if we set this, we're going to say A, B, and C. We're going to take the assembly line off. So it's now here. It's got 3 options to go to, but 2 of them are turned off. So if we tell it that it can be less than 50, well, we'll say 40, it should leave, right? Because it should be going here, full cargo, and if copper is less than 40. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do that? I'm a dork. Hold on. That was actually where we needed it set at. So that's the current condition, and then we fill it. And now it should leave there, and it should go to A. And then it'll come back. Well, it will when it has a path. Because it currently doesn't have a path. But I think that'll work. We could have one train sitting over at our circuit area, just as we have it right now, and tell it to go to the assembly area. And then if we end up needing those same red circuits somewhere else, then we just have to set up where this one gets turned off when it has enough, and that train should, I believe, keep itself over there at the circuit area, ready to go, because both of the areas would be turned off because they would be full. And we should even be able to do this with multiple pickups as well, if we needed to, if it was set to one train, or one train per stop. I'm thinking this might work. So that's what I'm going to try to do for this next area. I'm going to go ahead and try working this out here, basically. And see how this works. The only way I can see that this would be an issue or become an issue is when we get to having a lot of things coming in at one time. We would end up with a bottleneck here at the splitter area. That would be a problem. Unless we set up a separate one for everything coming in. So if we had like this one set up here, instead of running this into this one, we would have the same sorting ladder here that would split off to each one. And then we wouldn't end up with a bottleneck. But I think this would take up less room than having one train stop per thing that we need coming into the area, because we could have multiple trains bringing in multiple things into like 3 or 4 train stops. I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to scale up. At some point, this might break. And we might end up having to go back to a dedicated train per component. But I'm thinking, at least for right now, our trains down here are basically just working as buffers. The train just sits there holding its cargo, waiting for it to be empty, when it could be doing something else. Which, granted, it's going to be doing the same thing on the other side. It's going to be sitting over there. But we do have at least a few places. Like here we have iron ingots being dropped off here. We could, right now we have iron ingots coming in via belt to this area. But we could, well, wait a minute, better one. We have ceramic drop-off. We have a ceramic drop-off right here. And we have a ceramic drop-off right here. And we have a train sitting here and a train sitting there. Where instead we could have a train sitting here, full, waiting for one of those two to be asking for ceramics. And I think that would be better than what we have currently. Or at least different. I'm not sure it's better, but it's different. Oh, and I also noticed that in the research there is, if I don't talk about it, this here, rail modification. Automate replacement of older models of rolling stock. So we're supposed to be able to automatically change our trains over to the newer style trains. So we're going to try that. The problem is they put that research, or we did that research, I'm not sure which yet. It needs to have the logistic sorting containers. And do we have those currently? We have... Oh, yeah, we do. We do have logistic sorting containers. Okay, so we need to get these set up, which are going to take our red circuits. And then we can set those up, and then we can try those to change all of our trains out and see how it works. So we need to try that out. So if you don't see me do that in the next little bit, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and, at least for now, leave this area down here the way it is. But we're going to start setting up this area up here in the new way, with the new red circuits. Now, this is going to mean that I'm going to use a lot more red wire, because it's going to be running all over this place. But it should make it fundamentally easier to set up a new area that needs a certain thing. Because we should just be able to go to that area and say, you know, add this to your list of places you can go, and then it can go. We don't have to set up a whole new train, and depending on how many trains we have coming in at the time, we should be able to not have to bother with setting up a whole new area for that train to go. It can just go there. So I will leave you guys off here. I will go and work on getting this set up and show you what we ended up with next time when we have our red circuits over here and we start on making our flying robot frames for our bots. And it looks like we already have more things coming in and trying to destroy stuff. I did put some turrets down here because apparently they have an issue with this area. It looks like right there's where they're coming in. It looks like if we take that off that we're really spreading pollution this way. So I'm going to have to get this tower set up and start getting some turrets put in here as well. We also definitely need to look at turning heavy oil into lubricant because we're still a bit low on lubricant. We did manage to get this completely full now, so whatever lubricant we do get in, we can use for our flying robot frames, but we have so much kerosene, we aren't going to need all of that heavy for it, so we definitely need to go with this and start turning our heavy into lubricant. So that's a very basic thing to set up. I may do that off camera because it's just a simple one fluid in, one fluid out, and then show you guys what I did. It probably be set up like right in this area somewhere. I may even do it like right here. But anyways, next time we'll work on the robot frames, see if we can get circuits made, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.